I was 16 when this happened. It was a Friday night and my parents had gone out to a late dinner. I stayed home studying in my room. Around 11:30 p.m., I went to get a snack in the kitchen. That's when I noticed the front door. It was slightly open, not wide, just an inch or two, enough for a thin line of cold air to slip inside. I froze. I knew I had locked it. I distinctly remember twisting the deadbolt earlier. I stood there for a few seconds, listening. No sounds, no footsteps, just the soft hum of the refrigerator. Trying not to freak out, I closed the door, locked it again, and checked all the windows. Everything looked untouched. I went back to my room and sat on my bed, telling myself I was overreacting. Then, about 15 minutes later, someone walked down the hallway. Slow, heavy steps, not rushed, not trying to hide, just walking. I locked my door instantly. My heart was pounding so loud I thought whoever was outside could hear it. The footsteps stopped right in front of my door, and then a soft exhale, like the person was leaning their face right against it. I didn't move, didn't breathe. Eventually, the sound faded. I didn't hear footsteps going away, just silence returning. My parents came home around 1 a.m. We checked the house together, every window, every corner. Nothing was disturbed. But the next morning, my mom found something outside the front door, a single muddy boot print facing the house. We never figured out who it belonged to or how they got inside. This happened when I lived alone during college. My apartment was on the second floor, and the only access to my balcony was through the sliding glass door in my living room. One night, I was doing homework when I heard a light tapping sound. Coming from the balcony, it sounded almost like a fingernail. Tap, tap, tap. At first, I brushed it off, thinking it was the branches of the tree nearby, but it got louder, more consistent. I turned off the TV so I could hear better. That's when it changed. The tapping became knocking, 3 slow knocks. I felt my stomach drop. I walked carefully to the sliding door and pulled the curtain just an inch to look outside. A man was standing there. Not a neighbor, not a delivery guy. A stranger. Tall, unshaven, head tilted like he was trying to see inside. He smiled when he noticed me. I backed away immediately and grabbed my phone. As I called the police, he started jiggling the handle, trying to force the door open. The lock rattled violently. The entire frame shook. He didn't say anything, not a word, just kept pulling, aggressively, as if he knew I was trapped. The police arrived in under 10 minutes, but when they got there, the man was gone. No footprints on the balcony, no sign of forced entry. But here's the worst part. The officers said multiple residents had reported a quiet intruder climbing balconies at night, but no one had ever seen his face clearly, until I did. This story happened 2 years ago. I had just moved into a small rental house, nothing fancy, but cozy enough. On my first week living there, I noticed the basement door didn't close properly. The latch never fully clicked. I planned to fix it later. One night, around midnight, I heard a noise coming from downstairs. Not banging, not footsteps. A voice. It was faint, muffled, like someone talking through fabric. I thought maybe I left the TV on, but everything upstairs was silent. I walked to the basement door and pressed my ear against it. I heard it again, a low, mumbling voice, rhythmic, almost like someone repeating the same phrase over and over, but I couldn't make out the words. My body went cold. I slowly backed away, grabbed a kitchen knife, and dialed emergency services. While I was on the phone, the operator asked if anyone else lived with me. No. I was completely alone. The mumbling got louder, more agitated, like the person knew I was upstairs listening. A few minutes later, the police arrived. They searched the entire basement. No one was there, but behind the staircase, they found something I had never noticed. A small door in the wall, barely visible. It opened into a crawlspace. Inside, there was a sleeping bag, food wrappers, a small battery-powered lantern, and a sheet of paper with scribbled handwriting all over it. When they handed it to me, I realized the repeated phrase on the page was the same rhythm I heard earlier. It said, "I thought you'd never come home alone."